Now we back?
We're back.
Okay, we're back. Fourth time. We're having major computer malfunctions. We're in a time crunch. We have discussed on the other parts of this, the hindsight, the millionaire maker. We talked about ownership a little bit, right? Where we were on what, running back ownership?
Yeah.
Quarterback is Fields, number one, guessed by me. And now we're on to running back, right? Have we made any guesses at running back?
No, we haven't.
We're going to have to be quick, though, because we got to get Juice out of here, and we need a lineup built, hopefully, before this computer breaks down again. So, should we go through these ownership really quick?
Real quick. You want me to just name the top five?
Yes.
Well, let's go run it. We'll go running back, one guess each, name the top five.
Okay.
Do it.
You got one?
Did I guess already?
No.
I know.
I'll go. Oh, that's who I was going to guess, and then I remembered I'm not guessing that person. I will go with, you guessed Chuba.
Oh, I guessed Chuba Hubbard. And
Yeah, that's right. He
nine.
was like ninth or 10th.
Yeah.
Which is not a terrible guess.
No.
I like Chuba this week. Ty Chandler.
Number 2.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Okay. Let's fire off the top five. real quick.
Lions is on it. So Jonathan Taylor's back in our lives, thank God,
Okay.
because I freaking hate that damn backup in Indy. He's 5th. Tony Pollard is 4th. Kenneth Walker's 3rd. Ty Chandler's 2nd. And Devin Singletary is number 1.
Wow. Well, he has been doing pretty good.
He has been doing pretty good. Okay, let's transition to wide receiver. Quick guess, Jared.
Amon St. Brown.
I think he's a little pricey.
A little pricey. Real quick, though, I'm so glad I don't have to play Zach Moss.
Yeah.
Maybe for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
The
I'm
guy
glad
has
too.
Sabotage lineups for like the last month of mine, of my lineups. I'm just so glad to not be playing him.
Yeah, we got old Jonathan Taylor back. I'm
Yes.
excited about
Amon
that.
Ra's like 15th.
I've got a wide
15th?
receiver guess.
Wow.
Rashid Rice. Or is that his name?
Rasheed Rice, yeah.
Well, he's not on the main slate. He's on the Monday.
Oh, sorry. I was
okay.
looking at the wrong thing. Let me quick guess. Jordan Addison. Might be
No.
Mike Evans.
No, God, no.
Think
Chris-
about who the quarterback is.
It's, isn't it? Oh, it's
Moore. DJ
David.
Moore.
DJ Moore.
He's number 2. He's
DJ
number
Moore.
2. But this guy was the number 1 pick in most every best ball draft.
Jefferson?
Yeah.
He's back.
Oh, wow.
He's
He's number 1.
He was it this week that he said he's going to play all week? I thought it was funny that he came out and made a statement. I'm going to play all game this game. Like he can control whether he gets hit in the chest.
Not
or
going to take any snaps off or anything. He's playing the whole
he's just
game.
going to play.
Even if I break my arm, I'm going to keep
Okay.
playing that game.
Quickly tight end.
Well, let's go top 5 real quick.
Okay.
Tyler Lockett's 5th. DeAndre's 4th. He ruined a lot of lineups for me last week.
Njoku, is he on there?
No, that's tight end.
Terry McLaurin is 3rd.
Or
I think
receiver.
Oh,
that
I
might
see.
be a little point chasing. DJ Moore and Justin Jefferson. So tight end.
Okay, tight end. Let's do it.
I think you guys will do well.
Boy, I
I'm going to get
gave away my guess.
who?
Njoku.
Number 2.
Laporta.
Like 8th.
Trey McBride.
Number 1.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense. He legit is like the best tight end in the game right now.
We got to treat him like a wide receiver. He's
Correct.
too cheap. He should just be in our flex at 5,700.
Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, if you watch, we had Trey McBride in the cash game, so I watched him extensively last week, and literally, like every pass goes to him. So
Yeah.
and he's great. So
Murray loves him. I'd just go Njoku and McBride, honestly. And
It's a good strategy.
Yeah.
It's a good strategy.
okay, quickly defense.
Sure.
Why don't you just give us top 5 defense?
Okay. Carolina,
Okay.
Arizona,
Okay.
New York,
Okay.
Miami, and the
Okay.
Buccaneers at number 1.
the New York Giants are in there. I guess
New York
just-
Jets, I'm sorry.
Oh, the New York Jets.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one do you guys like the most?
I sort of like Carolina at 2,400.
That's who I played. I played Carolina with Hubbard. I like Hubbard.
Yeah,
this week,
that's
too.
not a bad little pairing.
I'll just go with Carolina. Get that over.
Wait,
with
I put
2400.
Carolina in mine. Okay, so we built. So let's switch over now to. I always say this is where the show takes off. This is where Jared starts talking. We got lock and loads here, insertions, whatever you want to call. What are the must plays of this slate? The chalk has been burning lately, right? Is that true? Am I making that
More or
up?
less, yes, for sure.
It's why Guardy's in second place. He plays all the chalk and
Yeah.
it just works. And no, it's true.
Yeah.
He And
Except
then-
for Randy.
He's
Randy
got
Moss.
he's got very cashy builds from
yeah,
what I see.
he bases not to give away any strategies, but he's a big ownership percentage guy. He just
Yeah.
goes looks up, see who everybody's playing, and then makes a lineup from who everybody's playing.
Huh.
It's not a bad way to attack it.
I've told you repeatedly, Matt. Like I feel like I should just play my cash lineup, and I think
Our cash
lineup
lineup
do
would
well.
definitely be in the top 3
yeah,
right now.
Yeah. So
We always seem to turn over good cards in the cash lineup. Okay. Any Juice? You got any? Or Jared?
yeah, Jared. We always start with
I
Jared.
really like St. Brown this week. Minnesota sucks against the pass.
It's hard to argue with St. Brown. He's a little
and
pricey.
He's a little pricey. He had 9 targets last week, 112 yards, 1 touchdown, 7 receptions.
So if I was going to play St. Brown, I would probably pair him with Ty Chandler, right? Or
That would. Yeah, I don't like Ty
he
Chandler
looked
this week. Though.
eyes on the ground. Eyes.
He looked great, no doubt.
Watching football, he looked good. But it's one game sample size, right? It's hard to base everything on that. But
Isn't Detroit kind of good against the run?
They are very good against the run.
okay, so there's an issue. What about we run it back with Jefferson? I mean, that's a lot of price.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. I like the idea, though. I mean,
We're going to play a 2 tight end set. We almost determined that already, right?
I just put in Njoku and McBride. I just for
Since we're in a hurry, I like that. Let's just do it, right?
yeah.
Which one is the later game between the two of them?
McBride is the later one.
Okay, so as we all know, McBride will be in our flex in case we ever need to pivot off of him.
Yeah.
I do well. Okay, let's
talk.
talk. I mean, like, so who are your stacks?
We have not talked stacks. We are already 5 players in, and we haven't talked about quarterback.
I know that kind of worries me a little bit because I think there's definite routes to go down this week, which would impact our build.
It's hard not to play Fields,
I agree.
even though I think he will be probably 50% owned in Rays League, I would
You
guess.
think so?
Yeah, I do.
I don't, and I'll tell you why. I think on the main slate he would be.
It's the pricing comparisons. It's the guys that you would think about playing that aren't him are basically the same price and offer no rushing, like Brock Purdy or just Jared Goff. Those are 2 I would consider playing, but they're basically the same price as Fields, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you stack, Jared?
I mean, I really think that the Dallas Miami game is going to be a true shootout, and I haven't played him like all year in DraftKings at least. But Tua, I
Okay.
feel like this is going to be a big week for him.
It's a little pricey this week. You're picking a almost 8K Tua this week.
I
Yeah.
do not want to play two of this.
I mean, we don't have to play him. I just think he's going to have a big game.
I
this
like
week.
the opinion. The opinion
Yeah.
is respected. I mean,
My only issue is
even if it's terrible.
the O line is really banged up.
No!
And I'm also like, I don't know, Tyreek worries me a little bit.
If you guys ever see my head just jolt to the left or right, we call that a freeze check. It's me checking on the screen if I'm frozen.
I just feel like the Monday games are going to suppress ownership
Okay.
quite a bit.
I've noticed that the Monday games don't get played as much in Race League. I think a lot of people play main slates and just kind of transition their main slate lineup to Race League. The Sunday night and the Monday night game are literally a lot lower owned than I anticipate sometimes.
I agree, but I mean, I
Now
think,
we have 3 on Monday.
We have 3 on Monday, and they're fairly
And we got
attractive games.
cheap Patrick Mahomes this week.
Correct, and cheap Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
So I think ownership is going to go there. I mean, Brock Purdy has been as steady as it comes the last month of the season. He's on the Monday slate in a marquee matchup at a good price.
Yeah. I don't know if he's again. I Fields playing against such a bad defense where he's playing against one of the better defenses in the league. It's a tough one.
The other one I like is Baker Mayfield against Jacksonville.
He's going to be kind of popular this week.
Yeah,
6K.
What about we haven't talked about Mullen for Minnesota in that same game as not a little too risky.
I don't feel great about it. I see the reasoning behind it. I just think with 24 teams, like it's going to be a hard sell for me to go with Nick Mullins. That's all.
I feel you. So let's pick one because we are limited in time. I vote Fields. Jared?
I'd probably vote for pricing Baker Mayfield. Who would you pick, Juice?
I like Fields just because I want to play Trey McBride.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all do.
We're
Yep.
I think that's already. I think he.
Lock and load.
locked
Yeah, he's
and
in the
loaded.
flex right now.
And I don't even mind almost like a double stack with DJ Moore and Cole Kmet.
Okay, so that would get Njoku out of there.
And I love Njoku, don't get me wrong, but I don't know.
Komet's got the questionable tag.
What
Yeah.
about Joe Flacco against Houston? He's thrown the ball over 40 times
Yeah, it's not
the
a
last
bad,
2 weeks.
Not a bad call.
And 14 of those 40 times went to Njoku. 14 targets last week.
I like it. I feel like there might be a Sunday morning tinkering going on.
I feel like Jared will be unavailable.
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
So should we just go ahead and
Christmas,
play
yeah, I
Flacco
probably
so
will
we
be
know who we're
unavailable.
playing?
So are you saying Fields?
I'm saying Flacco and Njoku. I don't mind it.
Okay,
What about you?
let's do it.
I think it's going to be low owned enough. What about Houston? Are we running it back with anybody?
We don't have to. If I had to pick somebody, it'd probably be Noah Brown.
It's not a terrible play. What do you think, Juice?
I mean, Devin Singletary is super popular this week.
Oh, yeah? Do that too?
I mean, we could run it back with Singletary.
That works for me.
I don't mind Singletary.
He's cheap.
I just locked that in. $5,500 running back.
Yeah.
They're going to probably be. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I think that game.
Yeah.
Okay, this lineup's coming along. We got 4,600, and we're down to 2 spots left in the lineup.
Wait, what? Can you go over the?
Oh, you put in Jefferson.
Oh, I did put in Jefferson. Are we taking Jefferson out?
Oh no, I just want to know who we have.
So far, Flacco, Singletary,
Uh-huh.
Jefferson, St. Brown, Njoku, McBride, Panthers D.
So we got 4,600 for a running back spot and a wide receiver spot.
I like Chuba Hubbard as that other spot, but
Yeah, I do too.
How much is Chuba?
He's yeah. Let's see here.
50 cent. But boy, that leaves us dirt.
So we could toy with like taking Jefferson off, and that leaves us 5,800 for the 2 spots.
I mean, Addison's not a terrible play, right?
Yeah, I like Addison.
What about you, Juice?
Are we putting too much into the Minnesota offense though?
Oh, we only have
We're taking
Addison
We
and
took
St.
Je- I'm
Brown.
taking
we took
Je-
Jefferson out.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
trying to free up a little bit more money.
Got it.
A
Hold on.
lot of people in the industry think this is a big Jefferson week, though.
I hope not. I'm playing against him in the fantasy playoffs.
Uh-oh.
There's a guy that I sort of like, but no, I don't want to play him with St. Brown. I was gonna say like Jameson Williams at 3,700. Doesn't look awful to me.
Let me see.
He's been getting a lot more work lately in the offense.
He had 7 targets last week.
Yeah.
47 yards.
And it's not just like deep targets. They're actually scheming plays to him now.
So if we went with Williams, which I'm not against it, we would be $100 short from Jefferson.
We could go Evans, Debo, or Waddle. And I like all 3 of those plays.
So
And
let me catch up here. What are we doing here?
if we went Jameson Williams instead of Amon-Ra,
Okay.
and then we keep Jefferson in, leaves us with $8,100 at the wide receiver spot. And we have Waddle, who's a great play if
Hill is out.
Hill's out.
He's going to play. Hill's going to play.
Hill's
this
going to
week.
play, I agree.
But Hill is definitely banged up.
Yeah. Evans has been a rock star this year.
Yes, he's had a great year. Good matchup for him.
Devontae Adams, ugh.
It's hard to play.
But then maybe we get a little bit of exposure to that Chicago offense. Go down to DJ Moore. And what do we have at running back? Let's see. If we don't want to play Singletary, we can go ATN. We can go Pacheco's back.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. We can go
Zach Moss, you said? Just kidding.
Bjorn Robinson is available.
Oh, man. Whew. It is hard to press that button these days. I mean,
ATN looks good to me
Yeah,
instead of Singletary.
I don't mind it.
I
Kind
like
of
it.
one off there.
Yeah.
And that's all the money if we went DJ Moore, St. Brown, Williams, and
Yeah.
Joku McBride, Panthers,
So
Hubbard, ETN.
let's make sure we're on the same page. Flacco,
Yep.
Etienne,
Mm-hmm.
Hubbard, Jefferson,
Yes.
DJ Moore, Williams,
Yep.
Njoku,
Yes.
McBride,
Yep.
Panthers D.
And I like the
He
GJ Moore
didn't-
because we're getting that sort of a correlation with McBride.
Right.
So I did something wrong. You got Jefferson in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We moved St. Brown out.
Yeah.
Oh,
We put Williams in for St. Brown.
I see.
Are you okay with that?
For now.
It is hard not to play St. Brown. I think
Yeah,
it's a
I
good
think-
it's a good matchup for St.
I
Brown.
think he outscores Jefferson is what I think.
Okay. Well,
I'm not against playing both Williams and St. Brown.
Detroit definitely likes to throw the ball. Minnesota's got a pretty good D.
It didn't look like it was that great. 24th ranking.
I
No,
like
that-
St. Brown. I just don't love the price tag. That's my only concern. 8,200 is. He did have a great week last week. There's no doubt.
They made it look pretty easy last week.
Yeah.
They did. Denver was going through something last week, though, for sure. But I don't know. I kind of like the lineup. I mean, the Flacco, I never would have thought to play Flacco, but he kind of makes a lot of things work.
Yeah.
And I think this is a tough week for quarterback.
Tough week for quarterback. It's pretty easy to rely on 20 points from him, judging from his last 3 weeks of starting. And his favorite target is Njoku.
Yeah.
He definitely is Njoku. I mean, Njoku looks like a beast the last
Yeah.
few weeks. I like the lineup. I really haven't built too many lineups yet, so it's kind of nice to see
Yeah.
some of what.
This is way different than what I would have built, but I like it. I do.
What do you think, Jared? You got to live with it. What
Yeah, I like it. I think the only tinkering I'd do is just go back to St. Brown.
Okay. Well,
You got the money.
Yep. I'll probably do that. Because I do think he's going to outscore Jefferson this week.
Let's see what we got a little bit of time. Let's see what receivers are in that price range of Jameson Williams.
so
Okay.
if we take out Williams and we're putting in Jefferson,
Yeah. Well, no, I guess we're
or I mean, St. Brown.
yeah.
Okay. So Jefferson's probably who we're going to have to go down on, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So we can play both Williams and St. Brown.
Yeah, we got.
That's kind of odd.
hmm.
Mingo is a popular play these days. We'd be playing McBride. We can go down off Etienne if we want to, right? We're
You know,
not-
this Michael Wilson guy has been getting some targets recently too from Arizona. Just FYI.
He had 3 targets last week.
But then the weeks before he had, I think it was 6 and 6.
What do you guys thoughts on Brees Hall?
He's been burning. I can't get that guy right, dude.
I can't get that guy right either. He's like, kind of like Bijan Robinson, though Robinson's rarely right. What about Ezekiel Elliott? He kind of dudded for a lot of people last week. Do you think he's gonna bounce back and have a big? He's got a great matchup with.
I think
Denver.
Stevenson is back.
Oh, is he? Okay. Well, that takes that away. So my thoughts would be we get off Etienne if we want to try to free up a little bit more money in that wide receiver spot. Any thoughts on that?
I'm fine with it.
But there's nobody I really love that's popping out.
Well, I mean, we just go back to Singletary.
Oh, okay. I kind of like that. Yeah.
And then we can pick a wide receiver in the 4,800 range.
It's a little bit more doable, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Which
I like Samuel.
I'm not against Samuel.
He keeps showing up in the. It's a tough matchup for them. Thoughts? Smith and Jigba is coming on.
Yep, I was looking at him. I like him. I also liked Mario Douglas.
If
What?
Wicks wasn't banged up, Wicks had it coming off a big game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind maybe even a double stack with Elijah Moore.
Oof. I don't hate it. Elijah Moore's tough though. That leaves us 600 left over. Where would we spend that?
Oh.
I don't know.
We don't have to spend. I mean, we could maybe get better defense. I kind of like that just because that's who our quarterback's throwing to.
What about is Christian Watson back?
I'm not sure if he's back. He's a hard one for me to play too. Like he'll
I
either
love
have
playing him though.
2 touchdowns or nothing, right? Like,
Yeah. I don't mind Smith and Jigba.
I don't mind Smith and
Yeah, I
Jigba
like
either.
him. I like him. It's a good matchup. He stays pretty involved every week.
They're a pass funnel. They give it up in the air.
He's coming on.
Yeah.
He's getting more. His targets are more than Lockett and Metcalf's of recent,
Yeah.
right? Well, I like it. I like that our computer hasn't frozen here and has allowed this lineup to be built.
Yep.
You want to lock it in and we start talking about some other plays real quick before we got to lose juice here?
Sure.
Okay, so we locked that lineup in. Let's talk about favorite point getter of the week, not mentioned already. Who's another play that we think is going to break the slate, as we like to call it?
I know everyone thinks that he's banged up and they're worried about that, but I think Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
I think he wants that 2,000 yards, and in order for him to get it, he's going to need like 150 yards a game going forward.
I'm going to go with Fields. I think Fields is the slate breaker. What do you think?
I like it. I like Fields a lot this week.
Yeah, I think Fields is going to – he's got that clean pocket, as we talked about, and that's what he needs for success. I think he's going to have like 50 yards rushing in the first half.
He could.
Yeah. Juice, you got one for us?
I'm going to go with Patty Mahomes.
Yeah. I think he's going to be low-owned Patty Mahomes, too.
Yeah. I mean, I 7,700 at home against Vegas. Get right.
Yeah,
that spot.
Taking some flack here.
Yeah. I love Rashee Rice. He's like his number one guy right now.
Yep.
He's cheap-ish for the role. I think I'm going to play a lot of Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, Rice is good.
Well, I'm going to play Pat, I think, in Rays League is where I'm going. Because he's not on the main slate.
Yeah, it's nice having those 4 extra games in Rays League this week.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. What about any cheap plays that we haven't mentioned that we like this week? We're playing Smith and Jigba as a cheap play.
It actually seems kind of not a lot of value.
No, I didn't see a whole lot of value.
Not right now.
Mm-mm.
I kind of like I mentioned. I like Curtis Samuel. That's not the best matchup for him this week, but he seems to get double-digit points pretty consistently.
I do like Jameson Williams. I do.
Jameson Williams is 3,700. I still like Demario Douglas. I think he's decent for his price.
Yeah, I don't mind Demario Douglas. They don't have much else going over there.
Nope.
Okey-doke.
I think that's it.
Should we call it good?
Yeah.
I think
Merry
so.
Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
So, if I remember correctly, no show next week.
No show. I'll be out of town.
We're going to be losing the producer, but we'll be back for the final week?
Yeah, we'll be back for
Will that be the final week, or do we have 2 more weeks after?
What is this? Week 16?
Yeah. It'd be
All right,
2
so
weeks. It'd be a fine.
It will be the last week. Yeah.
Let's start doing a playoff show.
I mean, of course we're going to do a playoff show, but we'll be here back for the season finale. And
Yep.
Yeah, we'll miss Jared, and happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Hopefully, we're battling for third place.
For Thursday.
Yeah, let's have some excitement in that last show.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get Juice out of here, and thank you guys for joining in. Thanks for the question. That was a couple shows ago, but we appreciate it.
Thanks, Adrian. We love you. Oh, man. All right, fellas.